as we're here, and we've got all this. We've got 153 people. What you guys need to do, yeah, you see these guys there? These are the guys who killed Stephen Lawrence. That's what we set the live up for. So I'm glad I've got your attention. Yeah? David Norris is going for his parole at the moment. And you've seen it all plastered all over the news.
Stephen Lawrence, one of his killers, takes responsibility for the first time. It says Stephen did nothing wrong and he will take his guilt to his grave. And he apologises to ethnic minorities for making them feel unsafe to walk the streets. He is freed. Good afternoon. One of the men who murdered Stephen Lawrence, David Norris, has taken responsibility for the teenager's killing for the first time. It was at his parole hearing. Norris was jailed for life in 2012, but his minimum jail term has now expired. Norris said he wanted to express his genuine remorse, that Stephen had done nothing wrong and that he will take his guilt to his grave. He also apologised to black and ethnic minority communities, saying they were left feeling unsafe to walk the streets because of the murder. Stephen was killed in Eltham in South London while waiting for a bus in 1993. His family told the parole board this morning he should stay in jail until Norris names the others involved in Stephen's racially motivated murder. But today Norris said his family would be at risk if he did that. Sejal Karia is at the three-day parole board hearing in London and joins me now. Sejal, some astonishing statements heard already. Take us through exactly what David Norris had said so far.
Yes, appearing on video link, wearing a black T-shirt and black-rimmed glasses and with his hair greying, David Norris faced the parole board but had his back to the camera as he read this statement. For the first time, one of Stephen Lawrence's killers publicly acknowledging the part that they played in his murder. He said, "That murder 32 years ago should never have happened. I am totally disgusted with myself and my part in it, especially as the victim was completely innocent, just trying to get home." Norris described himself then as a horrible, violent, racist young man, saying the difference between who he was and who he is now is like night and day. He told the panel, "I don't expect forgiveness, but I want the victim's family to know how sorry I am. I'm not saying this because I want parole. I'm a changed man," he said. He apologised to black and ethnic minority communities for making them feel unsafe, but refused to name others involved, saying doing so would put him and his family at risk.
Sejal, Stephen's family say they fear for their safety if he is freed by the parole board. They are urging him to tell the truth. Take us through what his brother, mother and father have said.
Yes, Stephen's family have urged the parole board not to release him. His father Neville and brother Stuart told the panel Norris should not walk free until he reveals the full truth of what happened that day in 1993. And Baroness Doreen Lawrence said she does not believe David Norris's remorse is genuine, calling him a danger to society. David Norris and Gary Nobson are the only men ever to have been convicted of Stephen Lawrence's murder.
How sorry he is. Do you get it? Yeah? You've seen that. They're trying to release him. David Norris, one of the convicted murderers of Stephen Lawrence, is going up for parole. He's fighting for his freedom. And as part of that process, he has to acknowledge and admit his guilt. He would have done a number of courses along his journey. And now he's at the end and he's got to admit his guilt, admit the role that he played, etc. He has to do that to get to where he's got to now, on the brink of release. However, he's refusing to name the other three men who was involved in the murder on that fateful night, which is a big problem for him, Because if he's rehabilitated, he tells the truth straight across the board. And the fact that he is now saying he can't reveal who the other 3 men were because it would put both himself and his family at risk, I don't think that carries any weight. I've obviously done time, and I've seen multiple different prisoners, black and white, being forced to basically tell the truth. And you know, some people try and use that fear factor for why they can't tell the truth, why they can't snitch. And usually, and the government, they usually don't have it. Home Office don't have it. HMP don't have it. The psychologists, they don't have it. Everybody can have an excuse. Or if I say X, my mum might get killed, or my brother might get killed, or my girlfriend might get killed, or I might get killed. Everyone's always got excuses. It don't wash. So, if he is rehabilitated, and if he is to be released, he will have to name. He should be forced to name the other 3 guys, or he shouldn't come out, because, yeah, he's not showing that he's rehabilitated. However, if they release him, even though he hasn't named the others, and if they accept that he can't name the other 3 guys because his family and himself would be at risk, and they accept that, that changes the game. Everybody who comes after, everybody who goes up for their parole afterwards, after this case, can use the same scenario. And they will make reference to this particular case to say he didn't name, therefore, and that's how I see it. Peace.